moving on to our third story for this evening, and to the man that has allowed for this evening to happen, I'd like to have the honor to introduce Mr. Thapelo Pitso, the alumni, organizer, and instigator of this event, of the homecoming reunion. Let's give him a round of applause. So, Thapelo started at Rhodes University in 1987 and stayed at Oakdean House for 3 years before exploring other accommodation. Thapelo graduated with his Bachelor of Science degree from Rhodes University and moved out into the world to create his own journey.
Dumela? Thapelo? Right. Good evening, Vice Chancellor, Registrar, our former Sansko Women Organizer, Mr. Guyokash, I don't see him here, and our lovely, honorable guests. Welcome to the occasion today. When Terrell has been insisting that I must speak, I said, Terrell, yeah, that is not one of my strongest points. Because I remember one evening in a Sansco meeting, I was a liaising committee member, I was liaising all the organizations at Rhodes. Then I was given a stage to speak at my major. And then I wanted to say, oh, you still remember? I wanted to say, rejuvenate. And then I said, rejuvenate. And then Terrell insisted I must say something. Okay, I tried to make a speech. Then came another guy. He's the director of drama or films. He told me, no speech, it's storytelling. Move on, go now, and I did not study drama at Rhodes, you know. Now I'm going to give whatever combo I have on this table. That's what I can share with you. But I also check the audience, you know, so that I've got my former warden at Oakdean. Who's that? But now Terry told me Oakdean has moved and now he was trying to convince me, okay, everything is still there, it's intact, and so on and so on. And then I remember I had a neighbor at Oakdean. The name was Ian. I think it's I-A-I-N, if I'm not mistaken. Now I left my alarm on, I went to the dining hall, and it went on when I was busy in the dining hall. Obviously, he was irritated. And when I came back on the volleyball net, there was my alarm clock. And he wrote my name, he spelled it very incorrectly. I can't remember exactly how it was spelled, but I'm Thapelo. And he wrote me a huge love letter. And then I responded. I messed up his name deliberately. I write the name in Afrikaans, Ian. And he was so not happy about it. That was the relationship during our residential times at Rhodes, black and white, and so on and so on. When I arrived today at the new house in Thapelo, new house, and then I was looking for a new house. I said, lady, I'm looking for a new house, but this does not look new. Because, and then she said, sir, we'll be changing that name very soon. I said, yes, please, because the next 10 years it will still be new house and it will look like a museum. And then said, sir, you're welcome, sir, can we give you rules? I said, no, I studied here. Okay, sir, you studied here. Okay, no problem. Then the rules are still the same. I said, okay, as long as there's no fire drill. Because fire drill used to put people in serious trouble. You all have to move out of the rooms. Now you might be having a visit. And then she assured me, there is no fire drill. Mukuseli spoke about Moses in schools, ne? Then I was trying my luck. There was this beautiful girl from DSG. But they know I was in Gobia formally, they know it very well. So I said to her, I love you. And then she said, what do you mean you love me? You don't even know me. And I said, what is she talking about? You don't even know her. Yeah, it was difficult. Right. Terrell, I don't know whether it's the theme of dysfunctions or dysfunctions generally, but of course it makes lots of sense. Homecoming. Yes, that's what it is. Because who is coming home? I was just telling Terrell now, Terrell, like it or not, you are my sister for life now. Because the relationship that we built here, there's no way it can stop. Even though I was not happy with this storytelling business, but storytelling is very crucial in this sense. TRC might not be entirely happy about what happened, the outcomes of TRC. But the important point about storytelling is you are listening attentively. We don't listen to each other. You are listening, not being judgmental. You can take half of it, but it helps, ultimately it helps to heal. The stories you used to share, tell at Rose, where Rose is, it's about those small stories that you remember. That's the main important thing about storytelling. Like Nkuseli was talking about cheese and wine. See, the other people see the angle of the cheese story from this angle, the other people from this angle. Now we understand. I've also seen my computer lecturer here. Fortunately, I don't have a watch, so I don't know how long it's 10 minutes. He's my former lecturer. He was so happy to see me. And then he was sharing with the restaurant. My first class of computer studies, this was the man. That's what I mean by family. Primrose, you are right. Brothers and sisters for life. Like it or not, one or another, we would link. But one thing that I don't forget about computer studies, we used to, some of us used to sleep at the computer science lab, ne? Because the computer, you know, the language is very crucial. The computer did not understand our language. And we were not wrong. When you say, you were supposed to say, I is equals to 0. And you are tired. Late in the evening, you say 1 is equal to 0. Computer says no. Then you sleep, wake up your bed, and then you don't understand each other. But one thing that I will never forget, mathematicians, or math teachers. 1 plus 1 is equals to 1, ne? Prof. Mabizel, 1 drop of water and 1 drop of water. Oh, really? Kaloku, did you hear it? Oh, that one is from Professor, it's not me. Kaloku. So, Prof. Terry, he proved to me in particular, I remember vividly, that 0 is equal to 3. I'll tell you what. We are attending computer science classes, and we are writing a test out of 10 marks. That means we used to get a total. And then, we got 0 that is equal to 3. In this sense, the first question, what is your name and surname? 1 mark. The second question, when do you attend computer studies? Another mark. the last one, what do you study? And I said, you got 3 out of 10. Is that not 0? He's saying you only know your name. You know nothing mathematical. Sorry, people, mathematics. Right, like I said already, that family homecoming is through all the stages. Choo-choo train of Yuma Sekela, the train, that's what the mode of transport we used to use in the past. And Professor Eddie Madala Maluka, most of you know him as Madala, Professor Maluka. He brought this chicken. It was Soweto franchise. It was called Chicken Ope Wamachu. Chicken Ope Wamachu. It was Soweto, I don't know where it was from. Swaziland, I can't remember, but it was Soweto based. Now he comes in the train with that box. Hey guys, can you share our food, man? But of course, man, let's share, guys, let's share. Okay, let's eat your food first. And then we're looking at this box now, we are curious, we want to see this chicken or how much. And we shout and shout, next thing, the box, it was full of bones, no meat, no nothing. Yeah, chicken bones, yeah. So those were the trips, and the late KK Papiane, there is lost. So rest in peace. Coming from Soweto in Bloemfontein, somehow was coincidentally somebody wanted to mark me or pickpocket me, and he has always shown that fighting spirit there. Already we sorted somebody out. I'm saying all those things that we had, with trains, coming here, building this family, building this home. And one of my train trips, I lost my bag now. And then Branziki took me to the station P, look for those who could not find them. And then, they call it in cricket, Prof. Dave, they call it triple Nelson, 1 leg, 1 eye, whatever. So I had 1 pair of shoes, 1 pair of trousers, and little brother of it, and a shirt for 3 weeks, but Bishop, the current Bishop, Sitwell Mokoti, assisted me. And then one time, now this train thing, there were lots of challenges in this choo-choo train. I got a lift from my white boy from Bloemfontein, no license, no nothing. Eh? We're driving just past Colesbeck. He was overtaking on the barrier line. And then you remember, you are not told, no silence in the court, it just happens, you just say, whatever happens. Those are the kind of life we had with people which we call sisters and brothers. Maybe as well, if I can share some WhatsApp messages as a way, just in short, not in full, attesting to this homecoming. Primrose said it all so well. That's why she came all along here and she has been all over South Africa. I'm just sharing just 2 messages. In closing, okay. So. You know, because now I was preparing speech and I was talking, oh, you are doing this and this. That's why I'm saying I am going to give a combo of some sort. Right from Sitwell Mokhotu is a bishop currently who could not be here with us, maybe just to share the message of that attest to this sisters and brothers for life. Maybe at the same time, the question is, mem registrar, where to from here? Those people who did history or who still remembers history, when did Group Areas Act end? Which year? Because we never experienced it at Rhodes. Some of our brothers had an opportunity of interacting with, they call it in the township lingo, they call it white bread and the other one brown bread, I mean cross-racial kind of affairs. This is where some of the first happens at Rhodes. Right, this is what he's saying. Like I said, this is a combo because I was doing this, that. All right, maybe let me just go. I'm trying to, I'm also BBT. They call it Blue Fontaine Busavelo Tarantu. BBT, Blue Fontaine Busavelo Tarantu. Or born before technology. Right. This is what PEMDA or PEMDAM will say to us. Keep the group as it keeps all of us together in more ways than one. Okay? Keep the group, the WhatsApp group. Group. But obviously, I'm sure it will grow bigger from here. Keep the group as it keeps all of us together in more ways than one. In more ways than one. I was also sharing in closing of my business, I was sharing with my registrar there that if we want to change this country quickly, we need to do the only quick way is education. But institution of higher learning, are we doing enough in terms of curriculum? What is taught there? Is it going to put our kids online of what you're saying? You need to have more influence than charity works and what. We need to guide the country in terms of where we are supposed to be going. But she assured me you're hard at work doing that. All right, it's a pity I can't find this, but in those few ways, the new sisters that I find out and brothers today, like Primrose said, let us keep that spirit. Of course, let us look at other projects. Let us support the needs that are happening here at Rose. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Thapelo, Pitso. I think what I take from your storytelling, more about on a personal note, I'd like to inform you that Oak Dean is still around, as an Oak Dean myself. But the changes is that it's now postgraduate gender neutral races, so it's developed and has changed over time. Fire drills are still a thing, very much so at Rhodes University, so much of us are still pretty much any sound that goes off, we're always ready for any fire drill at any point in time. And also, the words that you've spoken about storytelling and how each story you take bits and pieces that are relevant to you, and that's part of storytelling, of hearing the people's different experiences and how it resonates with your own personal life and what lessons you can gain from each other. And I'm hoping that tonight has provided a doorway into sharing your experiences and your own stories of the journeys that you've traveled since leaving Rhodes University. And also on the lighter note of how the locomotion, I think for us students, I think we do more of from different buses, from taxis, how we get here. I think the whole how to get in this very isolated town in the middle of nowhere, but I think how we get here is still part of the Rhodes experience and part of something the Rhodes students will carry with them. And in closing with your point of education is key to fast-tracking change within this institution, I think it's a very relevant point for us as a younger generation to take. With that, I'd like to now bring this evening to a close and would like to take this opportunity to invite Mr. Lonwabo Daniels, the Provincial Manager for the Eastern Cape Netbank.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I kindly take a selfie so that I can prove to my bosses that I didn't follow their advice? Thank you. I'm still laughing at the stories though. Fragusta, I'm still trying to understand what happened after the car broke down. Did you walk all the way to... I believe this is an institution of higher learning. I've learned a new word today, revolutionate. So I'm going to go home and talk about revolutionation. Ladies and gents, a hearty good evening to academics, professionals, and members of the Rhodes University alumni, clients and colleagues. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for kindly allowing us a platform to share our passion and involvement in the higher education space with you. Next month, as we commemorate Mandela Month, on occasion of what would have been his 101st birthday, Nedbank urges everyone to remember Tata Nelson Mandela's timeless lesson that education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. Indeed, it is a game changer. I sincerely believe that in discussing education with Rhodes University alumni, it is already clear evidence of the truth and wisdom of Mr. Mandela's words. As a bank, we strongly believe that education will make tangible and sustainable difference to the future of South African universities. This was made possible by the commitment of forward-thinking parties. We at Nedbank have long recognized the immense power that can be unlocked through such partnerships, which is why partnership is one of the three pillars on which our sustainable development commitment firmly rests. And within the context of this partnership commitment, we have especially seen a clear evidence of just how much good can be achieved when committed, passionate, and like-minded organizations from the public and private sectors come together with a vision to make lasting positive difference to the people of South Africa. Nedbank's purpose as a leading South African financial services organization is to use our financial expertise to do good for individuals, families, and businesses, society at large. As a sponsorship of the foundation represents an excellent example of how our bank is delivering tangible on our purpose, which is using our financial expertise to do good. Consequently, our 20 million rand sponsorship of research chairs over 10 years in partnership with National Research Foundation and the Department of Science and Technology represents an excellent example of how our bank is delivering tangible on this purpose. We've heard here how Rhodes is doing very well on research, and we have so many accolades that Rhodes has been achieving as well. I think it's a proof that higher institutions are really a prime where research happens, and research normally changes the course of the country in terms of the scientific evidence that has been gained through research. Of course, this is not our first foray into the world of education. Last year, through Nedbank Foundation, the bank committed 94 million towards education throughout South Africa. Since 2007, we have also invested 41 million in enabling and supporting several other chairs at universities around the country. Our involvement with these important centers of research excellence over the past 10 years has amply demonstrated the immense value and importance of effective academic research as a catalyst for sustainable growth of our country, all-important knowledge economy, which in turn is imperative. I'm not going to stop now. It's a promise that we have invested into significantly over the years. In fact, education remains primary focus area into which we channel the clear majority of our group corporate social investment, with tertiary education receiving the lion's share of this support. As a bank, Nedbank Business Banking remains committed and passionate about growing the economy and creating jobs. About jobs, Nedbank is proud to have employed 3,315 youths for 12 months from May as part of President Cyril Ramaphosa's drive to create employment for our youth. This program is called YES. So before I close, Benjamin Franklin stated that tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I'll learn. I urge you as alumni of this institution to get involved in our community so that people can learn from us in terms of how to lead and how to live and how to make a living. Let us be example of people doing good so we can change the lives of the next generation. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I will take this opportunity to thank all of you for being here. Your presence at this event reveals your support and commitment to the promotion of education as this foundation in which South Africa's positive and prosperous future depends. Nedbank is open to ideas on how we can collaborate using our money expertise to make your dreams come true. Why not chat to one of my colleagues that is around the room? I'm certain you'll gain more about our solution and innovative solutions for yourselves. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. May you have a good evening further.
All right. As we draw this evening to a close, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the catering staff, Abu Mama Nobaba, who dedicated and often are unsung heroes and who've been around to serve us. Can we just give them a round of applause? And also a warm-hearted thank you to Dr. Moodley for hosting this event. Thank you for your address. Thank you to Alumni House and Terrell for your hard work and her team, and for granting me the opportunity to serve the student body, alumni, and parents. And thank you to guests for also attending this evening. And a note from Alumni Office for the homecoming alumni. There is a gala dinner tomorrow night, and if you have not RSVP'd and would like to attend, please talk to Terrell straight afterwards. Have a good evening.